We're good? Up here. Hi, folks. Welcome to class number 35. Where has the time gone? So this is the second half of the bi-monthly live that we do to help support the Purple Heart Project. We did the first half on Friday before the class starts, and then we finish up on the Thursday, right in the middle of it. These guys have been busting their hiney for all week long. We get a chance to walk around and meet them, see their work, give them a chance to say hello. And tonight is we can call it a special night. This is I can do it.
This is your favorite Prime Minister.
My 21-year-old son, Bo, died on Saturday. Jake and I were with him. So in his memory, we're asking folks to donate tonight to help the Purple Heart Project so we can save a lot of people. So with that, I think Moose has got some prizes, not some prizes, they didn't win anything. Moose has some, Moose always does this, comes up every time and sends these guys home with a nice, something to keep their hearts warm as they think of New Brunswick and the Purple Heart Project. So I'll hold the mic for you. Sorry, can you do it with both hands?
There you go. All right, we got a Canuck first. Shane.
Do you guys know the history of the dead cat sweater? Do you know the history of the dead cat sweater?
No.
Well, I was looking for something I don't remember why we were looking for it. We wanted to give it away. Tell Randy you can come in. And Moose said, well, I have this sweater. It's called a cozy fleece. And he said, it's like holding a big cat. And he said, little kids will walk by and they grab hold of the sweater and cuddle it. And somehow that morphed into somebody saying something about, well, you make it out of dead cats. So
I did get emails too.
Yes. So it hung onto that moniker. So it's the dead cat sweater. It's the warmest and the lightest garment you'll ever wear. I can wear it outside down to minus 15 Celsius as long as the wind isn't blowing. And yet you can wear it on a summer's night when it's a little bit of a cool breeze. It's fantastic. So, and friend of Moose, the supplier, had the Purple Heart logo done, embroidered on it. So we give one of these to every soldier that comes. That's the history.
And we have Nathan.
Also known as Lefty.
There you go.
Thank
Nathan.
you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Next up is Mark.
Vietnam Mark.
Vietnam. Oh, there you go.
Hey, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Thank you very much for your service.
All right. You're welcome.
Looks like about a 5X. What is it?
Oh, I hope not.
And we got the son of a motorcycle here, Harley.
Canadian hero.
Thank you very much, Harley. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Do we have a Brian in the house?
He's real close.
Thank you, Brian, very much.
Thank you. Ooh, this is nice. Hope my wife doesn't steal it.
She will.
Stealing this.
She will.
And Greg, I see him flying around here. Thanks, Greg. Finally, we had Jay.
Here he comes.
There you go, Jay. Thank you very much.
Wear it well.
Here, Jay. Yes, sir. You wanted to buy that?
What's that?
That's for your wife, right?
I don't know.
Oh, someone, so Gina gave me an email. Anyway, we'll straighten it out.
Okay.
Check with Gina and see if there was somebody that, did one of the vets request to buy one of these for their wife? No? Okay.
Gina's got a, she's got a side
What?
gig.
What?
I might need to since my.
I asked for a t-shirt, so.
Oh, t-shirt. Okay,
It's
okay.
fine, I'll definitely pay for it.
Oh, we got lots of
No, no, no,
t-shirts.
No, I can just, don't feel obliged. Anyway, again, thank you very much, guys. This is one of my favorite moments when I get to do this and show my appreciation for what you people do. Thanks.
Thank you. Clap. How was the brisket?
Way too good.
Best, yeah.
And to show our appreciation to our civilian students, some of whom are vets themselves.
Yeah, so I come forward, the civilians, if you would, and I'll call your names. Kate,
K.
Kay,
K.
and Gary. And Tim.
Thank you.
And then Mike. Hey, Tim.
Thank you.
Don't bleed on it, Tim, huh?
And Dave. Mike. Dave. Sir. And Chris.
Chris is coming in the back.
Bill.
Bill?
Bill. Christina. Oh, Bill's here first. Bill.
Thank you, Ken.
Christina. Last but not least.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're
You
good.
got anything to say? Do a little pitch for the Canadian.
Yeah,
per part.
okay. The PHP Canada strives to pay for all the Canadian vets, and this year we're a little bit behind. So this class is covered, but from here on we need to raise extra funds. So if you're in Canada, or even if you're not, you can still donate to PHP Canada. So we appreciate any donations to get us through the year.
Thank you. Should you tell them how much it is per soldier?
It's about 10,000 Canadian per soldier.
Tell them what that covers.
That covers everything from their transportation here, whether it be flight or road, covers their meals, covers their tuition, covers their lodging,
Bench,
and their bench.
part of their bench. Yep.
So it's good.
Okay. Thank you. All right, we are going to wander around. I'll give you a quick overview of this class. Very fast, excellent results. Really impressed with some of the dovetails. We already have one for the wall. I'll make a big deal about that. You guys have your best dovetails on top of your bench, so I don't have to go digging. And we're just going to mingle and see who wants to talk to us. And then at the end, I'll introduce Tony, who came all the way from Australia to be my assistant. And without any further ado, let's walk around. We always start on this side. Let's start on this side. Going to come upon Greg first.
You're up.
So you hold that, so you have to keep it real close to just for the background noise. So this is his first ever half-blind dovetail. Very good. You got a through dovetail to show off? Yeah. And these would have been the first dovetails he's ever cut. So pretty darn good. You look at that. Number 3, number 2, and number 1. So even number 1 was good. Now you're a little crack right there, but worked on it. Very good. Now, if you don't mind, introduce yourself and just take it away. Remember, you got to keep it close.
Greg from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Vet Canadian veteran, 19 years. A neighbor of mine told me about Rob's program when I finally got up to put an application in. He accepted it and was gracious enough to have me out here to do this course and learning a ton of great things. And I just really appreciate what you're doing for us, for the vets, and for everyone else here. And thank you very much.
Well, you weren't. Can you say what you did? Because you weren't just any Joe Schmo in the Army.
I worked at CanSoftCom in Canada for a couple of years.
So that's the elite part of Canadian forces. Where's your daughter?
What's that?
Hi to your daughter.
Hi, Jen. Love you. Thanks, Rob.
All right, you're welcome. Thanks for being here, brother.
Thank you.
Now we descend upon Gary. This guy showed up in my driveway on Saturday in this big camper van. So I drove here all the way from Washington, as Luther would say. Gary, if you take that, hold it close to your mouth. Tell us anything you want. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I wanted to say hi to my kids, first of all, Tom, Jennifer, Jim, Kathy, Carolyn, Michael, and all the grandkids. And thank you to you for taking care of these vets the way you do. Really appreciate it.
It's an honor.
I learned about Rob on YouTube, watching YouTube, and decided to come here because I wanted to support what he does with these vets. He does an incredible thing. I get emotional when I talk
Yeah,
about
it's worth it.
But these guys are amazing. The stories you hear are incredible. And I would encourage all vets, especially if you have any kind of battle wounds, to apply and come here. This is incredible therapy for these vets, and for me too.
Yeah, everybody.
Appreciate it. Thank you
Absolutely.
for what you do.
Well, it's an honor. Now, this is his first dovetail. Are you north of 50?
A little bit, yeah.
This is awesome.
Like a 74. North.
74 years old, first dovetail ever. That's pretty impressive. That's really impressive. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Now, I want to ask you one question. I know the food was marginal, but were you able to choke it down?
Oh, I was. It makes it really hard to be on keto here.
Good food.
I had to cheat a couple of times.
Fantastic food. Somebody didn't mention anything about the food, but he sure ate a lot.
The food was fantastic. You need to have a recipe book with everything. It's delicious.
Had to get that in. Tim does very good work. I'm going to show you some of it. Hold it really close just because the background noise. So here's his, no, you've done them before, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But this is number 2 here. I have my mic right here, so I'm okay. There's his, there's a through dovetail. I told them on the first day, I said, we'll have dovetails in here that you put beside mine, you can't tell them apart. Tim qualifies as one of those. Take it away,
So
Tim.
I'll start off by saying hello to my wife, Lisa, and kids, Brenna, Andrew, Amanda and Dan, granddaughters, Alexandra, Aria. I finally decided to sign up to come here as I felt like my work got to a point and I wasn't improving anymore. So I just felt like coming here and getting immediate feedback, hearing problems that everybody else was having would really help, and it truly has. So if you think you're on the fence about wanting to improve your hand tool woodworking, it's really worth the time and effort to come here. The other part, the unexpected part of the week is hearing the stories from all the veterans. You know, we see things, commercials on TV with, you know, promoting veteran organizations and seeing wounded veterans, but it really doesn't tell the true story. And when you hear them telling their stories, it's absolutely amazing and heartbreaking. So I have a brand new perspective on what it means to be a veteran and the sacrifices that they actually make. So even coming to get that perspective is worth the time and effort. So thanks to Rob for all he and his family does for this effort, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
I appreciate your good work, too.
Thank you.
Keeps the bar high. Dave?
Rob?
You hold that whilst I look.
Yes.
So, number 4, how many have you done before you came?
I did a bunch at home, so
Bunch?
yeah,
Okay.
maybe a half dozen.
Okay, so that's really good. Turned over and look at the pin side. How about a half blind, this one?
Yeah. So that'd be kind of like the first one I've ever done.
First ever half blind? Yeah, that's really good. Really good.
Number 2, I had a wandering saw there.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. Yeah, good eye.
It's always this tool's fault.
It's
Yeah.
all, no,
Yeah, you're probably gonna need a different saw.
it's RobCosman saw. Maybe I need to get it sharpened.
Edit that. All right, now talk to our audience out there that watches that why it's important that they come and participate and support what we do.
I mean, me going off for 3 minutes here just can't say enough for.
I just need you to keep really close, just because the background noise,
Right,
in order
right.
for it to pick up.
You can't put into words in 3 minutes of what these guys go through and what this class means. So if I can get through this without getting kind of emotional, because
all right.
I'm ex-military. I did 13 years in the military, so I got a complete admiration for these guys here. Just hearing the stories, it's unreal what they go through. I mean, I knew a lot of colleagues that were in the military, got out, and then changed careers. And hearing their stories, I'm like, wow, where can you tell that story? And I wish I had known about your program, years ago. And I'm sure a few would have benefited a lot. So, experience is wonderful. I've done more woodworking the last 5 days than the last 5 years, believe it or not. So it's hard to do when you're working full time. But it's a wonderful experience. Your family, the food, it's so much gratefulness to them to put on the food. It's I can't say enough about it. It's wonderful. Yeah, it's a wonderful experience. I have a complete. You wouldn't believe the admiration I have for you, Rob. It's unbelievable.
I'm a team.
I'm trying to, pass on to my colleagues and the government, because I'm in the government now, so about woodworking, and they're more hunting and, working in the forest, and they're doing, nothing fine woodworking like we're doing here, but I'm slowly trying to get them into it, but to show them how rewarding it is. Just utterly rewarding. Yeah, you can't make something like that. Can't believe I made that. Such a sense of accomplishment. So it's wonderful. Yeah.
Awesome.
But thanks for putting this on.
My pleasure. Thank you for being here and being part of it.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate it. We always have a noisy student in every class. I didn't say it was you. Why are you looking so guilty?
Keep my mouth shut.
This is Kay.
Hi.
You need to hold it close. So actually, it's a pleasure to have females in the class because they bring a little civility to the atmosphere, and we have 2 this time. So Kay came all the way from Calais, Maine. Wow.
Grand Lake Street.
Grand Lake Stream. Sorry. Tell them a little. Well, let's have a look at this first. So, are you a wannabe craftsman?
Don't show that one.
No, not what?
This one.
Oh, this one? So, is this the first half line you've ever done?
I think so.
You've never done one outside of the class?
I don't think I have.
Don't think you have. Okay. That's really good. What's wrong with this one?
Those are my This is my first effort.
Well, this is number 2. So second one she'd ever done happened to be here in the class. Really respectable work. Yeah, you got a little bit of a gap right there. But we'll improve upon that.
I've done those before, but it was like years ago, and I
Years ago?
didn't remember how to do that. But
You didn't have my saw either, so that's understandable. Now, say hello to your husband.
hi, Jay.
Home.
Hi, Dave. Mike.
Did you extend the invitation for him to come to dinner with
Not
us
yet.
on Saturday?
Jay, you're invited to dinner on Saturday night.
Now, I would like you to talk to our audience and just tell them what your experience has been with these soldiers being part of the Purple Heart Project and why they might want to consider it themselves.
It's kind of emotional.
Kind of?
The accommodations, it's incredible that there's no abandoning the last man, including if it's me. But the accommodations that people, you think maybe you have too many injuries to be able to do this kind of stuff, but that's what they want to challenge themselves with, to help you. And it's absolutely, you have trait words, but moving and emotional, and never mind the sharing, but the camaraderie that develops too. But just watching somebody succeed that comes in really broken physically, or maybe emotionally, but physically really shows, and to have them come along, and they've helped people by making special turnings to make grips bigger for hands, and just how can you do that? And I've never felt unhelped or unwelcome because I'm slow.
Good job, boys.
It's just,
She didn't notice.
It's just really nice. Just a nice atmosphere, and unbelievable.
What about
food.
Kyle, though?
Well, Kyle, he kind of smells a little.
Yeah.
We live with him.
Sorry, we put him behind the
tolerate-
camera.
Yeah, so keep him away. But his breath is.
He's from Newfoundland. He's got his mouth full of marbles.
But no, it's very emotional. I feel like.
Could be because you're tired. The long hours.
No, that really, seeing somebody succeed that I didn't think was going to be able to, and doing the best dovetail in the class was shocking. Just,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah.
That was worth everything. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate your little ray of sunshine. Is Loren and Kenzie here? Okay, don't let them leave. I gotta do a little bow promo every once in a while.
Yeah.
Because this is everything's being dedicated in Bo's memory, all the donations. So I'd like them just to say something about their brother, Harley. No, it's not Davidson. It's just Harley. Take that, please. You gotta hold it fairly close. Harley is, I don't want to embarrass him, but Harley is not only a Canadian vet, but I was also made aware today that he's also what you would call a Canadian war hero. He is the recipient of Medal of Valor? Star of Valor. I'm not going to get him to go through all of that. We heard it today, so we know, and I'll vouch for it. What I'd like you to do, first thing, let's start the easy part. Let's just show off your dovetails.
I think this is maybe the hard part,
Explaining them.
or the embarrassing
So,
part.
have you done them before?
No,
Prior to coming to
never.
class, you never did them.
No.
So this is
Not a
first go
wonder.
around. Okay, so that's the first one. It's through dovetail. And those lines that come off, we just need to plane a little bit more. And this is his first crack at a half blind. A little bit of work there. And I can usually diagnose what happens. So when the gaps are nice and even, then that means that there was a problem with the transfer. So everything else would have been done right, but just didn't get the transfer right with the Sean Shim. Thank you, Sean McDermott. So we'll work on that.
Oh yeah.
Now, I want you
Out your face, so we'll blur out your dollars.
So talk
Appreciate
about
it.
the food.
Oh, the food.
Talk about the experience.
Probably worth the whole trip. The food is really good.
really good. Do you guys do catering?
We do.
Okay, good.
But don't forget to tell them how healthy it is too, because that's the amazing part.
Oh, that is the amazing part. I have sensitive guts after a career of eating army rations, and the food has been awesome. And everything that you kind of talk about when you come out and you say, this is why we're using this food, this is why we're using this is why I make sourdough, all those things have been awesome. So I've been gorging myself, which has been awesome. The experience. Telling my story is one thing, but hearing the stories of the other vets, I think that's actually been more moving than I thought it was going to be. Today was a pretty emotional day for me, and but not in a bad way. Like it's arduous to go through that and hear that story, but it's
Makes everybody feel kind of like on the same team.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Would you please address other wounded vets? We've had several that have applied because somebody in this program we do on Thursday night triggered them to say, I need to do that.
Yeah.
And also how you found out.
I found out through another vet, actually. I found out through Greg, who you saw earlier. And since then, I was actually trying to get other buddies on this same serial, but being the unit that we come from, it's not always great at administration, but that part's been huge. Interacting, it's all, food is great, but the experience of, woodworking is the technical skill, which is kind of puts everybody on the same page. But hearing the other stories and talking to the other vets, that's absolutely totally worth it. That's huge. Bigger than I thought it was going to be. And I've been on things kind of similar to this before, and this is definitely one of the more emotional ones, in a good way.
How are you at fundraising? Give it a shot. Tell them, thank the ones that have done it, and just tell them why we need to continue. We cannot stop doing this. We can't let money be the reason why we can't continue.
No, absolutely. It's huge. There's not enough programs like this in Canada for sure. There's more of the programs of it in the U.S., which it's Purple Heart Project, so that that kind of speaks to that. It's absolutely massive. You get the issue with Canada is you get divided across a massive nation, and vets end up in these silos. And this kind of program, being as important as it is, it brings those people together again, and that is massive. I would probably have less friends on this wrist if there was more programs like this. Please donate.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here. All right. Thank you. Now get back to work.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now we're going to hone in on the dock.
All right.
Do you mind talking about this so that people have a better understanding?
Sure.
So, I've been calling him Lefty all week. Tell me what your name is.
Nathan.
Nathan, right. You got the nickname Lefty. You're going to hear why.
Yeah. So he calls me Lefty because my right hand doesn't work. I lost use of my right arm in Iraq. I was in Fallujah. 2004, I was with 2nd Battalion, 1st Marines. It was my first tour in Iraq. I was 20 years old, and I got injured by a roadside bomb.
Sorry, you got to keep it real close because the background noise, brown noise.
So I was 20 years old, and I got injured by a roadside bomb. Walking just a few feet away from it, pretty much took out my right shoulder, took out all my arm, severed my nerves, and blinded my eye, and a lot of other things, but...
I forgot about that.
I
forgot about the eye, right.
Yeah.
That makes that even more impressive.
Yeah. So, but I got a good left eye, and I can see a little peripheral on my right. So I have very limited movement in my right hand. As you can see, it's just kind of curled up. I can bicep and tricep. A little bit of this, but that's about all I got. So I've been doing woodworking maybe for about a year or so, just doing outdoor furniture, 2x4s at Home Depot, screws and nails, that's about it, which I liked it. I
We
started
call them metal dovetails.
Yeah, metal dovetails. I got a lathe for Christmas because I wanted to pick up a hobby, started doing something. And then I started watching Rob videos, and I saw his apron. It said a Purple Heart Project. I was intrigued because I'm an injured veteran, I have a Purple Heart. I've been involved in a lot of veterans programs for the years. But I have to say, I'm very impressed with this program and everything that it's about. So, but yeah, I came over here, and I thought I was going to do wood turning, but I ended up doing hand tools, which I was a little intimidated because I only have one hand. But I'm pretty impressed with myself, what I've done so far that I've been here and what I've learned.
How about a big shout out to Rick?
Yeah, big shout out to Rick.
Now, that could be the ugliest chisel handle you've ever seen, but did it work?
Yeah, it's
so he was able to hold it. So Rick Irvin, who does our chisels, Rick put a flange on the top so that he could hold this in order to be able to hit it.
So I don't really have grip, but this kind of sits on my hand for me to use it and then hit it. So yeah, it's been very useful, and a lot of other Tony as well, helping me sharpening my blades and making little devices that help. So but yeah, that's kind of my struggle fest.
How's the food?
The food's great. It's really good.
I need you to talk about other vets, but let's do this first.
Okay.
So we have a little tradition in this shop. When somebody behind the 8-ball pulls off a really good dovetail, then I beg for it so I can put it on my wall. So Lefty did this today, and when he brought it up and I looked at it, I said, wow. I said, I know you want to take it home, but if you leave it with me, it'll go on my wall. And with the likes of Dom and John and Omar, and who else am I forgetting? There's several up there. When we go over, we'll have a look. So this is really remarkable when you consider he was right-handed. So imagine trying to do that with your left hand, and really not a whole lot of help from your other hand, and to be able to pull that off. That deserves a spot on my wall. Now, in wrapping this up, did you say hello to anybody you wanted to say hello to at home?
Yeah, my wife and mom and dad are watching, so how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for the support. Thank you.
We're doing our best to fatten them up. Now talk to the other vets that are sitting there wondering if they should apply.
Yeah, so since I've been injured, it was 21 years ago, I've been through a lot of veteran organizations. Wounded Warrior, Wounded Regiment, too many I can't even count. But this one's unique, just because I think it's hands-on. It kind of builds your confidence, gets you outside your comfort zone. I didn't know what to expect when I came. I was actually a little nervous. I was thinking about backing out, but I'm glad I didn't. And I came here, and even if you don't have any woodworking skills, which I had none, especially with that, you can still come out. It brings you great satisfaction building something like that. So, yeah, I just want to say that. So, if you're thinking about it, just sign up. I guess that's the website, purpleheartproject.com, right?
ThePurpleHeartProject.org or RobCosman.com. You can find it on both.
Yep. So, yeah. It's been great.
And to the people that support us?
Yeah, donate as well. It'll help a lot of other vets like myself and many others here who have heard their stories. And again, I've been through a lot of organizations, but this one is very unique and in a way where it's a week long, very close.
6 days.
Telling stories, 6 days.
7 if you count Sunday night.
Yeah, long days. But they're
Short
great.
days.
But they're great because you end up building something you didn't think you could ever do. So, because I was intimidated when I saw this. I didn't think I could do that.
Great camaraderie.
Good camaraderie.
Between both civilians and other vets.
Yeah. It's like half and half here, so it's great. So.
Awesome. You're an inspiration.
Thanks, Rod.
Thank you. Keep it up. Now, Bill is also a vet. He flew, pardon me, he was a door gunner in a Huey in World War, sorry.
So, Vietnam era.
Vietnam era. So he can kind of talk to both sides of the fence on this one.
Well, first, I want to thank you very much for the opportunity to come. I've enjoyed it immensely. The training's great. The food, fabulous. These guys, I've been around veterans all my life because I've been out of the military for a long time. And I've known a lot of wounded warriors, but to hear the stories from these young guys coming out of the Middle East is, it tears your heart out.
Yeah.
And this is one hell of a program. I support it wholeheartedly, and I encourage anyone who has any desire to help these guys, the Purple Heart Project, make the recurring donation, help support this program, get more of these guys in here so they can get the camaraderie and the peace and joy of working with their hands, gives them the break that they need from the troubles that are affecting their lives. So I encourage everyone to become a recurring donator to the Purple Heart Project. Oh, and I'd like to say hello to my wife. I know she's watching tonight. Hello, Natalie.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you being here.
Hey.
And the Huey was my favorite bird.
Wouldn't have missed it.
All right, just before we step in here, I'm gonna stop for a little promo. Loren, come here. So, I don't want to make her teary, but well, stay high. You have to keep this really close to your mouth. You have to hold it.
Hi.
So, who's this? Just tell them a little bit who this is, because all the donations tonight are being done in memory of Bo. I know, keep your chin up.
It's my brother, Bo. He is number 7.
I'll get a calculator, I don't know.
I'm number 5. No, he's number 8. We don't go by numbers all the time. Usually our names. I don't know what to say about Bo.
Well, these two girls would come and visit him. They would fly in from Calgary and come and stay with them for 3 or 4 or 5 days and give us a bit of a break. But if ever Bo was down, I would just call them and say, you need to call Bo. And he was to pick me up, and Kenzie would force feed him, would make him eat.
After telling stories all weekend, it became evident that if it was up to Bo to survive the last 8 months, if he was doing it for himself, he wouldn't have made it a day. But he survived the last 8 months for all of us. And I'm so grateful that he gave me that time to get to know my little brother better, because I would have moved out of the house when he was 13. That would have been 8 years ago. He did come out to Alberta and see us once a year, but you really can't build a relationship with a teenage boy for a weekend once a year. So I'm really grateful that he gave me that opportunity to get to know my little brother better and to be able to tell my future kids about him and talk about him with my nephews. And I just really hope that he lives on through us and what we continue to do in our lives.
I think something I admire most about Bo is that it didn't matter what he was doing, where he was, he would drop anything to serve his family. I know every time I flew to New Brunswick, because I work for a couple weeks here, 4 or 5 times a year, and usually the airport I fly into is a couple hours away, and without hesitation, it didn't matter what kind of inconvenience it was, Bo was more than willing to drop whatever he's doing to pick me up, and then made time to hang out with me when I was here. And I mean, that's a small example. He served anybody that needed him.
Thank you. So these two girls take care of horses. They are equine, did I say that right?
Yeah.
Equine therapists. She's now, and she will be shortly. She's in her
Going into 4th year.
going her 4th year. So if your horse needs help, but tonight, please donate to the Purple Heart Project in memory of Bo Cosman. Thank you, girls. Bye.
We love you, Bo.
All right, let's go down here and talk to Mark. So Mark is a combat wounded vet, Vietnam era. That came. We almost get about one Vietnam vet each class, and they get top priority. So if a Vietnam vet applies, pretty much for sure is going to get in the program. So Mark, and I just remember to ask you, you got to hold it fairly close.
Yes, sir.
So because of all the background noise.
Well, hello, everybody. Mark from Minnesota. I came to the Purple Heart through some voc rehab people that I met told me about it. I did some online searching and was quite interested. Can't say enough about it. We're all family here. We're all brothers and sisters. We're part of Rob's family. His employees, his family, we're treated remarkably well. We're getting outstanding instruction, and I'd like to thank all of you that are supporting his project, the Purple Heart Foundation. So please give. It's join, partake. It's absolutely excellent. So thank you, Rob.
You're welcome. Anybody you want to say hello to at home?
I'm afraid not too many people are watching. So. The wife is at the lake with friends.
It stays there. It stays there permanently.
Well, in that case, I'll tell my son about it. He's overseas right now, and
serving.
He is serving.
Yeah. What branch?
He's in the Air Force. He's in the United Arab Emirates, which is kind of a not good place right now. And so I'll reach out to him. My two daughters, Kristen and Catherine. Son is Andrew, and Barbara, who lets me do anything I want to do. So thank you all. So.
Last thing I want you to do is talk to the other Vietnam vets in particular who would benefit from being here.
You know, Vietnam vets, and you're not too old to do it. Join, partake. I know a lot of you guys from PGA Hope. If you have any interest whatsoever, sign up. You know, it's absolutely outstanding. And you younger vets, also as well. Unbelievable. And you guys are really giving it all. So, thanks again.
You're welcome. It's been a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Rob.
And I'm not done with you. Keep at it. Should we talk to Shane? We didn't even talk about that. By the way, keep the whole board. Keep the whole board. Yeah. It'll flex. What?
Take your hauling.
What? It looks like it. Hold that real close to your mouth, would you please, when you talk, just so that, because of the background noise. What are you going to show off? Which one?
Let's go with my dovetail. So this was dovetail number 2, I believe.
2? Had you done them before you came here?
Never. Last time I touched woodworking was when I was in junior high in PEI. Since then,
Bud the Spud from the Bright Red Mud.
Yeah, no. Since then, I haven't really touched anything woodworking wise until I came here.
You know what? I'm just hearing the PEI twang.
I get that every time I come back to the East Coast.
Yeah. It's a proximity thing.
Oh, definitely. But no, I'd like to give the shout out to my wife Marichka and my father-in-law Eeyore. He's a
expert craftsman himself, and I can't wait to show him the new skills I've learned here. Like, this is phenomenal, and this is something that, rather than me spending time at home wondering what I'm going to do next in my life, or wondering what I'm going to do for the night, being anxious, suffering PTSD and whatnot, rather than just sit with my thoughts, with the thanks to you and the Purple Heart, I can actually go to the garage now and put some of that ease and pain at rest. I can try and build something to the best of my ability, and I know I can always reach out to you if I ever have any questions, so very fortunate for that.
Let me ask you a question, since you said it. When you were working on this, were you thinking about anything else?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Pretty much riveting?
My mind was at ease. I was just thinking of what do I have in front of me and how can I turn that out to the best that I can.
Awesome.
So it's a great way to clear the mind, and I encourage any other person suffering with PTSD, anxiety, MBD, anything like that, put your application in the Purple Heart. It's not too late. Just do it. I know I sat on my application for 2 months before I dropped it, before I emailed my applications. Just do it. Yes, you go through some of that pain when you put your application in, but trust me, it's worth it.
And you're from PEI, but where do you live now?
Right now, I'm living in a small little town outside of Barrie, Ontario. It's called Angus. And I'm looking to put some of the skills to work. We're finishing the basement right now as we speak. Well, my father-in-law, Eeyore, is doing all the hard work for me right now, so thank you for that, Eeyore. I owe you. But I can't promise you, Marichka, that I'm going to make you a beautiful desk, but I'm sure going to try making some dovetails when I get home, that's for sure.
Awesome. How was the food?
Food was phenomenal.
Were you about $1.40 when you got here?
I wish I was. But yeah, I'd also like to thank my doctor, who was the one that recommended me this.
Oh, yes, in Toronto. I got to call him tomorrow when you're here.
Cardiologist, Dr. Andrew Klug. Thank you very much for that information you gave me, and thank you for encouraging me to do this. It was a great gift from you, and it's a great gift from you as well, Rob.
Pleasure to have you here. It's an honor to be able to do it.
Really appreciate it, Rob.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Keep working. All right, let's go over here and see Brian. Hey, you ready, Brian? You just got to keep it close to your mouth because of the background.
For the grand unveiling of number 2.
How long's it been in the clamps?
I forgot to time it. I would say 10 minutes.
Oh no, get 10 more. Let's look at a couple. I've seen a couple of yours.
We'll look at these. So.
All right, first, number 1. You never did them before coming here.
I've never done a dovetail of any sort to any degree of perfection or imperfection.
This is impressive. So is this one, with a minor exception. That was supposed to be on the inside, but hey, ignore that. Tight joint all the way around. Very good.
I lovingly call them my racing stripes.
Racing stripes, yes. First ever half blind. That's awesome. Now, can you tell them a little bit about who you are, what you did, where you are, what your experience has been like? Don't forget the food.
Oh, yes.
And I'll save the last request for when you're done those.
I should lead off with the food because it's fantastic. If anybody says any less than that, they're underselling it. It is fantastic, and you will have far too much to eat if you think you're going to go up and have food. I'll save some for everybody else. Don't worry about it. They have enough for you and everyone else here, and 20 more people if they walk in. Feed yourself. It is fantastic. As for me, my name's Brian. I was in the Army 23 years, currently living in South Dakota. I was a Cav Scout. 3rd ACR is how I started, and loved it the whole time.
Can you give them a 15-second description of what you did?
Cav Scouts, we're a combination of a lot of jobs, but basically they say, go that way, about 4 or 5 of you, observe an area, so we'll infiltrate stealthily, we'll walk up, cover and conceal, and we'll observe an area and confirm or deny the presence of something, and then based on our mission, we'll report, and command will take follow-on action, either letting it go to somewhere else, they blow it up, or they blow it up there. Kind of what it is.
Okay.
I didn't have a 15-second version, but that's about it.
That was good. Anyone to say hello to at home?
Certainly my wife, who thinks she's going to steal my dead cat shirt and has already texted me saying she is. So I'm waiting for my phone to blow up right now. And my children, yeah, and her father, Mike Reagan, on the western side of Michigan, who's enjoying that I'm here vicariously. So he's happy for me to be here as well.
How has the experience been for you as a combat wounded vet? And I'm thinking now just of you talking to other wounded vets that are out there, hopefully watching.
For me, I have significant problems concentrating on things, staying focused. There'll be 3 or 4 days solid where I can't have 2 thoughts in my head. Other days I'm clear as a bell. Doing this, because of the precision, helps focus you for that. If you're looking to settle your mind and become sharp again, if only for a moment, to do something like this, and it's worth coming for that. Got to find our peace somewhere, and it's in there. Just bring it out.
Wood is good.
Wood is good.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
I appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much.
Keep at it. You ready, Christina? All right. Brave soul. Keep it really close just because all the background noise. Tell them who you are, how you got here, and what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Christina. I am from upstate New York. I found Rob Cosman on the internet. I was doing some research for a woodworking class and came across a bunch of his videos. Really enjoyed the way that he taught, and then heard about the projects that, or the Purple Heart project that he supports and makes happen. I didn't actually know what it really was until I got here to see that this is way more than just woodworking. It's way more than just being in a space with an intense class for a whole week. It is being with a group of people, both veterans and civilians, who could really use the woodworking. Not about learning the skills, but about being around people who understand what you've gone through, who don't understand what you've gone through, but are here to support you, and who can help you put some of that to the back of your mind while you focus on beautiful wood. Wood is good, and it's been an incredible experience. I've made great friends. I've connected with a bunch of the people here, and I've really enjoyed my time.
Well, you've also done extremely well. So here's now. How many have you done before?
I'd say maybe 4 total, but not at all like this.
Okay, so this was number 2 here. Little eager on the red pen, but that's a minor issue.
And we're learning.
And we are. First half blind?
First half blind ever.
Well, actually, it was her second half blind.
Sorry.
But second one, first one she did here was right before this one.
Yes.
Really good.
Within an hour of each other.
Really good.
Yeah, learning a lot.
Excuse me, how's food?
Food is absolutely amazing. I've been taking pictures so I can show everybody.
Oh, yeah?
It's something I wasn't expecting to be a highlight of the week, but it with just 2 meals a day, so full all the time, all the snacks that come out, the thought, the compassion, the love that goes into the cooking. Everybody that does the cooking, serves the food, cleans up. It just feels like a big family, which it is. So it's
very
really,
big family.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to be around that.
Now, we need support in order to keep this going. So address that. Is there donation worth giving based on what you've observed?
I know it takes a lot to support one veteran coming to this class, but what they get from the class, I mean, aside from the camaraderie, aside from the experience, the amount of tools that they get to take home with them to then continue this woodworking, to continue that peace of mind, to continue taking care of themselves and their mental health is astronomical and out of this world. Not only are they great tools, but they're well-made, they're well-thought-out tools, and they will produce good woodworking, which we all know woodworking can be frustrating if you don't have the right tools. So with Rob's tools that he gives to these veterans, it's unbelievable. They've got housing covered, they've got transportation covered, meals covered, and seeing what it does for them, getting to be a civilian that gets to present them with the tools that you give them, it's incredible. So whatever people can donate, this is a place to donate to.
And they get a bench.
And they get a bench, which I didn't know about until this morning.
Oh, really?
Which I think is
Well, you can be part of it because it's called the Bench Brigade. So we have volunteers who build a bench. We send them the plans. We send them the vise, the expensive parts. They procure the materials and they build a bench. And Jack Lane, who runs the program, can put you into a network so that hopefully you'll be able to personally deliver it.
That's super
So
cool.
when we get somebody that's in your area.
Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Jay. Jay, the man. Really enjoyed hearing from you today.
Thanks.
So, while you're beating up your tools, go ahead and talk to them. I'll set it over there.
My name's Jay Levy. I live in El Paso, Texas, with my wife Heather. Hope she's watching right now. Last year, in about, I think it was September or October, we went to Austin and we went to the Texas Woodworking Festival. And we were walking around and we saw the Purple Heart Project, and we met Jack, who is a member of the Bench Brigade.
Jack Lane is the commander of the Bench Brigade.
He gave a great, I talked to him for a few hours, and then I met a wounded veteran.
Pretty sure that was Omar Milan.
You could see the effects that the Purple Heart Project had on him. And we were just talking, and I retired after 29 years of military service, 1 January, and I applied to this, and I want to say it was within 2 weeks after I retired, I got a weird phone number that I didn't answer because I thought it was spam from overseas, and
it was.
I'll tell you what really happened, Rob. So he left a voicemail and it said, "Hi, this is Rob Cosman." But when I heard it, I thought it said, "Hey Jay, this is Rob, your cousin. Give me a call back." So I called back right away and he said, "Hey, I want to welcome you to the Purple Heart Project." And I suffer from severe TBI and PTSD from my service, and have really hard difficulty concentrating and following instructions. So this has just helped me to, like Rob said, just chill out. So like all my veteran friends and people are getting ready to leave the military, like apply. This is life-changing. I was supposed to come, my best friend Doug, one of my good friends, Doug Heston, was supposed to come to class with me, but he had to reschedule for work. And I can't wait to go home and tell him what he missed and what he's
Go back to the spam phone call. You were starting to tell that story, and then what?
I called you right back, and we talked probably for like an hour. And yeah, and just asked me about myself, and just kept telling you how excited I was to just come here and focus on, it's not the destination of making a dovetail. It's the journey of trying to just calm down and get out of your own head. So even though this isn't perfect, I'll go home and I'll practice. And
it's only Thursday.
And it's only Thursday.
You got till Saturday.
But just want to thank you, Rob, for doing this course.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you, buddy, for being here.
Appreciate it.
When I heard his talk, when he introduced himself today, I thought, I love hearing what he had to say because this is what makes me want to do it. This is what keeps us motivated. So awesome for coming. Thanks. Now, it's your job to get other guys here, okay? Thank you. Heading south, we're here at Mike's bench. Mike, you need to keep it really close because of all the background noise.
Got it. I'm Mike Vandersonnik. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin. And I think people come here because they have a need to fill. And my need was to learn how to do handworking with hand tools. I'm a novice. I don't have a lot of experience, but I have a lot of ambition to do things. And I I was familiar with Rob through his YouTube channel and educational material. And when I had the opportunity to learn about the Purple Heart Project, but more importantly, how to sign up for the workshop, I jumped at it. I was fortunate enough to be able to come. I came here to learn, and I certainly have learned. I learned a lot about sharpening, about making dovetails. As I said, I'm a novice. I've never made any of these before, but in a few short days, Rob has taught us, guided us on how to do it, and really learn our craft much better. It's a train the hand workshop, and I feel I've received excellent training. I came here for that need, but I didn't realize I was also going to get this exposure to all these wonderful veterans, combat veterans, who also come here to have their needs filled. And they get that by sharing their stories, not by learning the craft, and by being with others and getting encouragement. So it's been very inspiring to be here personally, to hear their story. And I encourage anyone who's familiar with Rob and this work to donate to the cause. Also, sign up when you get an opportunity. If it's important to you, you'll find a way. And I've heard if it's not important, maybe you'll find an excuse. So let's find a way to help out. And if you have an opportunity to sign up for one of these classes, I highly encourage you to do so.
It's awesome. Awesome. Did you mention the food?
Well, the food is excellent, and that's another nice bonus of the classes. There's plenty of meals here, plenty of opportunity for camaraderie, but as others have said, it's outstanding cooking, and I like to cook and I like to bake, and I must say that the cooks here do an excellent job, so my hat's off to them, and they keep us well fed.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you being here, Mike. Keep at it. I think we're wrapping this up with Chris, who I've known for a fairly long time.
Yes, we have, Rob.
Yeah, take that. Hold her close because it's a lot of people talking. So just sum it up. How's it been? And
well,
your experience.
My name is Chris. I'm from a small town in Ontario called Portland. This experience has, in one word, been amazing. It's to be around everybody and these veterans really gives anyone in civilian life an appreciation of what they go through and the sacrifices that they make. Hearing the stories is just, it's touching. You don't, it's hard to explain, but it just touches you to the core that humans go through this and survive. And
go on to survive.
And go on to survive. Because thanks to Rob, they have a place here that helps them. And this is an amazing operation you and your team have set up.
Rob's team.
Yep.
I know that's what you meant, but yep. Rob's team. I've got Luther, I've got Jake, I've got Kyle. This week we had Tony.
Absolutely.
We have Jack Lane. We have all those volunteers. We have all the guys that are on the board. And so, yeah.
It's an amazing team that comes together to bring this type of operation together. And to be part of it, I feel honored to be here. Just to experience this with everybody, both civilians and military, alike. The cooking, amazing.
Food is fantastic.
It's absolutely amazing. I haven't eaten so well in years. It's
one of the reasons we do this.
And it's a very good reason.
Yeah,
it's a very, very good reason because if you got a full belly, you're happy. They do an amazing job, so I tip my hat to everybody that's in that kitchen that works hard, and we can hear them working hard all day long.
They're in there this morning, and they're 6 o'clock, and they may have left by now, but here it is 10 after 9, so yeah, they put in long days.
Very long days, and it's appreciated what they do. Anybody that is considering this as a civilian, I highly recommend it. No skills necessary because Rob teaches you all the skills. And even if you have skills, you come here and you better them because there's always something to learn. And for anybody in the military, I'm not military myself, but
Well,
seeing
you're close enough because you're ex-police. So
yes,
you've had a taste of this.
I could say that it would be a great benefit to these individuals to apply and to come to the program.
Thank you.
I can't say enough.
I appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Rob.
And it was great, especially since I already knew you, and I look forward to spending time with you.
Absolutely.
Keep going. Oh, here, we didn't show us. Here, yeah. Chris had some of the best dovetails in the class. So there's his first through dovetail. It's a little heavy on the blue pen. That's right. And there's his half blind. As good as mine, easily. What number was that? That was number 2.
Number 2, yes.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome work. Thank you, Chris. All right, let's go up here. I got to go right to see Shane. Shane, come here while I apologize to you and all your comrades. So, we were just minutes from going live, and Shane informed me that I had put his patch on upside down. So I managed to peel it off, and tonight I will fix that, and it'll be like that.
Oh, perfect.
So,
that looks much better.
Thank you. My apologies.
No problem. Thanks, Rob.
All right, now I got a couple of friends that I want to introduce you to. Before I turn it over to Tiny. So you've often heard me talk on here about exotic woods in Burlington, Ontario. And you heard me mention Mel. This is Mel, and I want you to do actually a commercial, and I'll tell you why. The material we use is wood. Wood is good, and finding a source of that perfect board is critical. I've been to Mel's place numerous times. In fact, when we used to teach up there, we'd go up in an afternoon, he would take the guys all through and show them. The place is massive. Probably has the largest supply of wood in the world under one roof, 2 roofs. But just tell them how they get a hold of you, and the fact that you...
Yeah, no, it's neat knowing Rob and his family for many years. Many of the wood shows, starting back in Ottawa, I would say in the early 2000s. And we became friends, but we both have a love for wood. That's the biggest thing. So, we've been having family business since 1979, selling wood from all around the world. And we have a nice selection of great stuff, and we search for it all over the place. So,
can you guess on how many species you have?
We had over 100 at one time, but I think it's sort of, we probably could still find 100 species there, but not commercially available. That'd be about 80. I think it'd be about 80 that we stock constantly all the time. But we love the exotics, but we love the domestics too. We like, torrefied woods are getting popular now, right? You like the torrefied woods. We're doing more things with wood when it comes to construction and commercial applications as well. But we love what Rob does here and this crew here with the Purple Heart. And it was amazing to see these men today and women and all the things they do here. So we really appreciate what you guys all do here. So, and your guys' support, of course. So, but today we're gonna talk later about when we talk about wood. Tomorrow is the wood talk. So, usually the guys give me lots of questions, but. What else there to say about wood? There's endless, like veneers, another thing. We're going to talk about veneer tomorrow as well. Veneers, I think Rob's been doing a bunch of projects with veneer. We encourage you.
You got to know your material.
You got to, exactly.
So the more they know about wood, the better woodworkers they'll be, because they'll understand the limitations, what you can do, what you can't do, and a lot of people don't understand that. I see a lot of cross-grain construction because people just are ignorant. They don't know about it.
Exactly. Wood's always live, right? It's always moving, so you have to construction in a way that wood's not going to give you trouble when it wants to swell or when it wants to shrink, right?
Yeah, we should do a live some night and have you and bring you in as ask Mel anything.
Yeah, that's right. We do one of those. Ask me. I like questions.
Tell them how do they reach you?
So we can reach me on Exotic Woods. Of course, there's a website called www.exotic-woods.com, and we have all the information is on there to reach us through there. We have a Instagram channel, or Instagram page, I guess you'd call that. We post all the time on there and on Facebook. But there's
where are you located physically?
We're in Burlington, Ontario, Canada. So Burlington, Ontario, not far from Toronto, close to Oakville, and We've been there for many years. So we have a warehouse and a store. So you go to the store first, and if you ask, you can probably go to the warehouse and have a good look at that too. There's lots in there, lots to see.
Yeah, tons. And you do mail order?
We do mail order as well.
And you have a special room.
We have a special musical room where all the musical instrument parts are in. It's a heat controlled and humidity controlled room where all the parts for violins and guitars and all the other fine stuff. We have bagpipe sets just came in. If you're building bagpipes, we have the African blackwood for that. So anything to do with wood, really, ebony. We have beautiful ebony logs that we're cutting up. So we'll probably do some
tone woods.
Tone woods.
Tell them what that is. What's that mean?
Tone wood. I guess people don't understand what tones are woods used for instruments. Like it'd be top material, Sitka spruce or English spruce, European spruce for the tops. Tone woods are for violins as well. We have a huge selection of violin woods. So it's all woods that are used for tone instruments, whether it be guitars, violins, mandolins,
ukulele.
Ukuleles, ukuleles, anything to do with instruments. Even drum makers come in to do the drum bands and stuff like that too. So there's anything to do with instruments. Even the odd guy, we have one customer that makes the harpsichords as well. So that's any kind of instrument that's made of wood, we usually have something for it. But like there's a lot of rare woods too, a lot of unique ones, and they're not always there. So you got to keep checking on the website, checking in. All our staff is well educated on what we have, so you can talk to any of them there.
And if you see it, buy it, because you may never see that again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
All
That's
right.
the truth.
I gotta tell them why. So Mel and my friend Mike, when they found out about Bo, jumped on a plane and came down here to help me out this week, and that, I think that is awesome, brother. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Now we do it again.
What are we doing? Oh, Mel's card. Good idea. Mike, stay there. I for one time, I don't want to look at your navel. Come over here. It's my little buddy, Mike.
Hi, Dad.
Hold that. You got to keep it really close to your mouth, too. So I have a lot of friends all over the world, but I have a couple that are friends that I could call on at any time, and they would be there, and I would for them. And this is one of them. This is Mike Smrek. I've known him for 25 years, and I tell people, I said, anytime we were in Ontario, if we were in a couple of hours of driving, that's where we would go and stay, because as Mike once said to me, you walk through coal, you get coal dust on you. You walk through gold, you get gold dust. I like the gold. Say a few words.
It often worked the other way around, Rob. I'm honored to be here as your friend. I'm very sad that what it took to get out here, but we're here, and it's an incredible experience. I've known Rob's been doing this for a while. I've attended a few of the classes when he did them down in Niagara. It was always a special experience, but this is a big reminder when we're here with the veterans. The atmosphere, it almost has to be experienced to be appreciated. Words are difficult to find to describe the reality of what Rob and his crew are doing for everyone in this class and the people around. I think everyone is benefiting, myself included, just being here as a friend and just watching and trying to lend a hand whenever possible. I'm getting so much out of this, much more than I came with the thought of helping them, but I think I'm getting much more out of it. And to be, especially hearing the stories of the veterans, what they went through, what they're still going through, it's so moving and touching that if you can see it and experience it, you want to try to be a part of it. And what Rob is doing is coming straight from the heart. He really cares, and it shows when you're here. And I think everybody who comes through here would say the same thing. So thank you, Rob.
Stand up.
And not only that, but for our friendship over the years.
Stand up for a minute. Mike's just a little guy.
Yeah.
So Mike played professional basketball, but his real heart was hockey.
Yeah.
So Jake and I, when we would work up there, we'd bring our gear and we'd hang out at the rink, and hopefully somebody let us get on. And one night we got on with this group and got talking about what we do, and told him where we said, Mike Smrek, oh yeah. Mike used to play with us.
Yeah.
When he'd wind up and take a wrist shot, everybody parted.
I used to play until my skates broke and I couldn't find any to fit anymore. That was it. I should get you to make a pair.
We should. I got metal connections.
Yeah.
But how's the food been?
Oh, food is unbelievable. It's like 5 Michelin, I believe they would say, but it's so good. Yeah.
It is awesome.
Anybody who has a chance to tell a friend or someone they know who could benefit from this or would enjoy it, I highly recommend doing so. And also, if you're able, it's such a great cause to donate something to help this continue, because it is helping so many people.
Yeah, we've had, I think this class brings us up somewhere around 240 combat wounded soldiers from as far away as Ireland. We've had a couple from Denmark, a couple from Australia, mostly from the United States, and we're getting a decent representation from Canada. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, buddy. You know that. Anytime and always.
No words needed there.
Randy, come here for a minute. Where's Tony? No, I'm going to have Tony wrap it up, but I want to introduce my brother Randy. He can say hello to all his clan, and hold that closer. Just tell him just a word about Bo, because everything tonight is being donated in Bo's memory. You were his uncle.
Okay, I was his favorite uncle. I came here actually about a week before Bo passed away. So that's not why I'm here. I was here anyway. I'm happy that I was. And I'm happy to be here, and I know that this meant a lot to Bo. It certainly gave him something to do, something to think about, and people to interact with. And what else did you... Oh, hello to my children. Hello, children. Oh, Windsor Plywood. Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Windsor Plywood, because ever since I mentioned your name, I get half price. Half price.
Sounds like a sponsorship to me.
Yeah, well, you can meet him next week.
Gracie, tell about Gracie. She's homesick.
Gracie's homesick by herself. Yeah, she can watch this.
Tell about your son Carter coming out.
Carter was here for 3 days. We played baseball here last night, and he's already 5,000 kilometers away. Yeah, back to life, and I'll be back on Saturday.
And just how many people showed up to Bo's thing at the house?
What did they say? 375.
375 people signed the side of the casket.
And not everybody did.
No, I think there was well over, I think there was, somebody said 450 people.
Yeah. We were about 10 minutes late, and that meant I stood in line for about an hour and 45 minutes to get in.
It was at our house. It was my wife's idea, which was awesome, and everybody commented. So special thank you to Kyle behind the camera, and Tony, and Jake, and I. This happened Saturday morning. We made the coffin. My wife doesn't like the coffin. Casket. It was made out of pine, all dovetailed in the corners. Jake, I said, you're in charge of designing the handles, so we used the shaft off of 4 hockey sticks with handles so that we could have 8 pallbearers. I'll tell you the rest of the story. And then on top, we had 2 hockey sticks crossing, and we had a Purple Heart puck on there. And then everybody that wanted to got to sign the outside of the casket. And there was the thing was filled.
No room left.
There were he had so many friends, as a testament to who Bo was. He had so many friends, you couldn't say no to the 60 that wanted to be a pallbearer. So out there in the graveyard, we had teams. So one team would carry the coffin across the way, turn over to another team. His brother Mitch and his cousin Parker stayed on all the time. And then they would come across this way, turn over to another team, and back that way. I don't know, how many times did they go back and forth?
Oh, 6 or 7. It was
it was hot. And then at the end, before we lowered the casket, we had to put screws in the lid to seal it. So I said, well, whoever wants to come put the screws to Bo, come down. And we had a boatload of screws in that gas. That lid's not coming off.
Did you make those screwdrivers?
No, we didn't. We brought them. All right, thanks, Randy. I appreciate you being here, buddy. Thank you. I'm going to see him in a couple weeks. My daughter Annika, who is here, is getting married to Will on July 11th. And my daughter Carissa came home with her son Beckham. She's actually staying for a while, and she's been a huge support. She would come home and spend all the time with Bo, massaging him. She's a massage therapist. My daughter Erica, I can't remember her name, but I got a big family. Erica has just been there always, and she would come in and just spend time with Bo, and he could confide in her. And my son Rex, who lives right here, Rex was always there for him. Jake was actually with me when this happened. And Mitch and Bo, who are in that picture over there, they said they were twins from different years. I think that's how I said it. And of course, Chloe, my youngest, and Chloe was, this is really hard on her. And Megan, Jake's wife, would come down, she'd make meals, and just come down and spend time with Bo. You know, the sad part that he left, but what he did for our family and bringing everybody together was truly precious. Did I forget any of the kids? I get all 10? I think so. Frick? Oh, Frick. He's behind the camera. And Frick and Bo, he's, yeah.
Did you mention Megan?
Frick and Megan, yeah. All right, Tony, can you come up? We're running long, but it doesn't matter.
Very long.
Doesn't matter. More money's coming in. Okay, so this is Tony. Tony's 32 years, military police from Australia, came to our class as a wounded vet. What do we call him?
Digger.
No. What do we call our vets? Scholarship vet. 2 years ago. And I always bring somebody back to be my assistant, and Tony was such a great fit because he just works so well with people. So I'm going to let him wrap it up, give you a few words. Usually I put this on Kyle, but he grabbed the camera so he wouldn't have to do it.
Yes, he did, and I'll have a chat with him about that later.
Do that?
Yeah. I don't know about being a good fit with working with people, but okay. Maybe.
You arrest them well.
Yeah. We did the dovetails when Rob was otherwise engaged the other night. He's come back in the next morning, he's gone, what, they all got them done? He was, yeah. I'm not going to put that on me. That's the skill of the guys we've got here. But yeah, look, it's a long way to come, but very well worth it. And I've said before on a live when I called in with Jake, if you have any interest whatsoever in woodworking, put the application in. Let Rob and his team make the decision, but you put your story forward because it's probably going to be worth it. And it's a great experience here, and as one of the lads said just earlier, it's not so much about the woodworking. It is, but it's not so much about the woodworking. It's about hanging out with like-minded people as well, which is a great benefit for people like us who normally don't like people. So makes it a lot easier.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate you being here. And you came a long way.
It was a long way.
All right, and wrapping this up, I cannot close without thanking my wife, who has been Bo's biggest supporter. She was with him whenever it was possible. And the only time she wasn't, one of the other family members was. That was her boy, and she took care of him well. What else can I say? She fought for him like only a mother could. Anita, Gina, all of these people we've been surrounded by. Wow, if tragedy hits, I pray you have a good family around you to help support you. We certainly do. Okay, we're back in 2 weeks, I believe. Oh yeah, let's have the total. Ken, come on over. Let's see how we did tonight. Remember, 97% of every dollar that we bring in, this is verified by some organization that verifies charities, goes directly to the program. The 3% goes to things like accounting and bookkeeping.
So $46.66 US to the US program and $32.28 Canadian.
So tonight we raised $4,666 US plus $3,228 Canadian, and then there's another. Where'd that other?
Plus we were already up to 75, I think.
So 7,500 Canadian came from. Where did that actually come from, or how was that advertised?
Through the posting for both.
The posting, so same audience.
Yeah.
Good, awesome. That's great. Thank you. That'll take care of 1.5 vets. Appreciate your support. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you. And Bo, we all love you.